Hey guys, this is Deacon with Riddle Wrapped. Want to take a quick look here at the Flash premium format from Sideshow Collectibles. Got this piece in about 2 weeks ago or so, and just finally getting around to doing a review of it. Yeah, love the statue. I'll just start there. There's really not much that I have in the way of complaint about anything with this statue. I think it looks really, really well done. I will say one quick thing about the statue that I have. An issue that I've had trying to get him set up is that the peg on this foot does not key into the base very, very well. It doesn't go in all the way flush. You can see that it sticks out a bit here. And if you look at it from the back side, you can see that that smooth bit over here that doesn't go all the way down. Now, aesthetically speaking, that's not a big deal for me. It's not the aesthetics that bothers me. It's the fact that this might cause an issue in the future that I'm concerned about. From the point of fact that, you know, with a piece like this, you might already be concerned about potential future leaning issues, but when the peg doesn't actually fit into the hole in the base as well as it should, then I think that could possibly exacerbate that concern. And also, it's so difficult to take it out any time I place him in there, because I've had to take it out a couple of times just to try again to see if I can, I don't know, shimmy it in somehow and make it fit and go all the way down, but it just won't go past this point. And every time I need to take the figure out of the base, I'm just scared to death that I'm going to break it because it's so tight, it's so difficult to get out. So talking to Sideshow to see if I can get this rectified somehow. Hopefully they can get me one that actually has a better fit. We'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, talking to them to see if I can get this taken care of. Okay, now that that's out of the way, just go back to talking about this amazing piece. There is just so much about this statue that I love. It's a Daniel Bell sculpt, and for most of you who know Daniel Bell, you already know that he does amazing work. And his work on this piece is no different. His ability to sculpt musculature is first rate, and you can tell in a piece like this, it just looks fantastic. The paint application is really, really well done also. The only thing that maybe I would have gone a bit lighter on is the shading. The shading is a bit dark. It does not take away from the beauty of the piece, let me tell you, but I think it could have been maybe just a bit lighter. But other than that, what a fantastic sculpt. Just so good. It comes as one solid piece, so the only things that are not attached to the main body of the statue are this hand, and you know, because you could have the exclusive piece like I have here with the swap out hand holding Captain Cold's gun, and then this arm also detaches here. There we go. And then the earpieces also come out. And pretty cool thing about the earpieces that most folks didn't realize until you started to, you know, to get these shipped out, is that there are two options for the earpieces. You can either have this one, which is called the modern earpiece, and then the alternate one sort of looks like, almost looks like a feather. And you know, those of you who read Flash comics will know what I'm talking about, the way those look. Either way though, whether you use this one, the modern one, which is in the shape of a lightning bolt that matches other things on his suit, like his emblem, for example, or you use the other earpiece, both look equally fantastic on the statue. So can't go wrong with either one. Really love the way the suit looks. Now the red is not a super bright red as you see on some Flash pieces. This one is a bit, just a bit understated, I guess you could say. More of a deeper red tone. And actually, if you have the Wonder Woman premium format, the most recent one put out by Sideshow, the red on this suit matches the red on a Wonder Woman suit almost perfectly, so they both display extremely well together. But yeah, it looks really good though. I love these lines in the suit too. You see these lines all over the suit. Kind of gives it that look like he really is, you know, like it's real fabric that's on there, although it's all sculpted, fully sculpted, and the sculpted creases in the suit at different points also look so well done. I mean, just looks so well done. As I mentioned already, this is a swap out hand, and this is the exclusive. But this piece, in my opinion, is definitely not an exclusive or fail piece. If you get this without the exclusive, it's just an open palm that looks very similar to this one. And that looks really, really good too. So if you don't have him displayed with the exclusive Captain Cold's gun, it still is a phenomenal looking statue. So not an exclusive or fail piece, collector's edition looks just as good. The portrait on this piece looks great also, and very, very similar to what was presented in the prototype. In fact, I find it difficult to see any difference, honestly. Yeah, I think it looks really, really good. Sort of a cross between a very serious look on his face and maybe just a hint of a smirk as well, which makes sense for this character. His position, his pose is excellent. And I'm one of those, you know, I love the Flash, and I always love my Flash statues to be in a running pose, like you see here. I have seen Flash statues that have more of a, you know, a museum pose, and they're okay, but he is the fastest man alive. It seems as though he should always be depicted in a pose that highlights that, shows him speeding, and this one certainly does. Really, really nice. Now, one of the things that I've heard in terms of, you know, some complaints are about this arm and whether or not this arm is too long. It is not. In my opinion, it looks excellent. It looks the way it should. His body position throws the shoulder on this side back a little bit. And I think that's possibly why the arm looks like it's too long to some folks. I mean, that's my only guess, but if that's not the reason, then I really don't know what the complaint is about, honestly. I think it looks the way it should. It looks good, and maybe it's just one of those things that maybe just looks better in person than it does on video or in photographs, but in person this displays really, really well, and I never look at it and think, oh my gosh, isn't that arm too long? No, looks anatomically correct as far as I'm concerned. Something else that I've heard is, you know, that the production piece is up a bit higher than it was in the prototype. Like his body was a little bit lower to the ground or lower to the base. That very well may be the case, but I really don't know why you would want to have it any lower than it is right now. You know, I think the way it is is pretty low enough. I mean, any lower and I would think that he was going to fall over. I think it looks really, really good. Again, I don't think this statue has a bad angle. You could display him to the side, straight on, looks good also. Even if you display him to the side this way, where his arm is partially covering his face, it still looks good. And I can see somebody actually putting it in this position, especially if you have him with other members of the Justice League and you're trying to, I don't know, tell a story with a setup or something. This could work. But point being, just about anywhere you have him, he looks good. Again, Daniel Bell's work on sculpting the musculature on this piece is just phenomenal. Looks so, so good. Love the boots as well. Sorry about camera not wanting to focus. Okay, there we go. So nicely done. It's definitely yellow, but not a super bright yellow. And I, again, love the lines that go through the boot, through his boots, just very similar to the lines in his suit. Looks so good. On the base is really well done also. Just looks like road that's been damaged, possibly, you know, as a battle rages on, or just from the sheer force of his speed. You can see he's kicking up some of the asphalt here on the backside, which is done really nicely. And the base is not big. It's not very big, so it doesn't take up a lot of real estate, which I appreciate. Looks nice. Love this. I think this is such a nice touch where you can see what should be those metal bars going through the road, the asphalt there. Rebar, I think it's called. Got to be careful with this though. These guys are delicate. So if you're going to lift up the statue, you definitely don't want to do it grabbing a hold of this bit here, because it will break off. Some in the front there and on the other side as well. You can kind of see how it moves so easily, and I'm barely putting any pressure on it. So any sort of force or pressure will definitely make that break off. The good thing though is that even if in the future you have some sort of accident and you end up breaking some of this off, I think it would still look great, because again, it's destroyed. It's a destroyed part of a road. So if these are broken, you know, if they end up looking like these bits on the back here, I don't think anybody will be able to tell the difference. I think that about covers everything I wanted to go through. Again, I could not recommend this piece enough. I think any fan of The Flash or the Justice League will love this piece. It is really, really, really nicely done. So if you're on the fence, my recommendation is do yourself a favor and pick one up. Well, that's about it then, guys. This has been a review of the Flash Premium format from Sideshow Collectibles. Until next time, keep cool, keep calm, and keep collecting.